Welcome to the Ghostly Chronicles, the depths beneath Ashen Gorge. Far in the wilderness of Montana lay Ashen Gorge, a sprawling canyon shrouded in perpetual mist. The area was infamous for its dangerous terrain and the disappearance of explorers who ventured too far. Legends whispered of a hidden cave system beneath the gorge, a labyrinth so ancient and treacherous it was said to consume those who entered. Cassandra, an experienced geologist, and her younger brother Jake decided to investigate. Armed with high-tech equipment and an old, half-burnt map purchased from a drifter, they set off to prove the legends were just exaggerated campfire tales. As they descended into the gorge, the air grew colder and heavier. Strange, rhythmic echoes emanated from the canyon walls, though no wind stirred. Cassandra paused to study the map, noticing peculiar symbols around the marked entrance of a cave. "Jake, do you hear that? It's like breathing." "Cassandra, it's just air currents. Caves do that." They soon found the entrance, a jagged maw in the rock, wide enough to swallow a car. Dark, sticky moss clung to the stone, and an acrid smell wafted from within. As they stepped inside, the temperature plummeted and their flashlights flickered. The interior was vast and eerily silent. Crystals jutted out from the walls, glowing faintly with a pale green light. The map led them deeper, through narrow passages and across underground rivers. Strange carvings lined the walls, spirals, jagged lines, and what looked like crude faces. "Cassandra, these markings, they're not natural." "Jake, these faces, they're all screaming." Before she could respond, the ground rumbled. A deep groan reverberated through the cave, and a sudden gust extinguished their flashlights. In the pitch black, Cassandra fumbled for her backup light. "Cassandra, Jake?" No answer. When the light flickered back on, Jake was gone. His flashlight lay shattered on the ground, and the distant sound of splashing echoed down a tunnel. "Cassandra, Jake!" She followed the sound, her footsteps quickening with each echo of water. The tunnel opened into a massive chamber. In the center was a pool of inky black water, rippling though no source disturbed it. Above the pool, suspended by jagged roots, was Jake. His eyes were wide, his face pale, and his mouth moved silently as though screaming, "Jake, Cassandra, it's under me!" Suddenly the water began to churn violently. From its depths emerged a grotesque figure, humanoid but impossibly tall, with skin like cracked stone and hollow, glowing eyes. Its elongated arms reached for Jake, and tendrils of shadow coiled around his legs. Cassandra froze, terror rooting her to the spot. Then she spotted an old, rusted pulley system near the wall, its rope trailing up to the roots holding Jake. She sprinted toward it, her heart pounding. The creature turned its head toward her, its hollow eyes narrowing. The room filled with a low, guttural growl, and the shadows around it began to crawl toward her. Cassandra yanked at the rope, her hands bleeding from the frayed fibers. Jake screamed as the roots holding him tightened, lowering him closer to the creature. "Cassandra, hold on!" The pulley creaked, and Jake began to rise. The creature roared, its shadow tendrils whipping toward her. One grazed her leg, and an icy pain shot through her body. With one final pull, Jake broke free from the roots and fell to the ground. The creature lunged, but the siblings scrambled toward the exit, dodging the writhing shadows. They ran blindly through the tunnels, the growls and tremors chasing them. At last, they emerged into the open air, collapsing on the rocky ground outside. The cave entrance rumbled, and with a deafening crash, the rocks collapsed, sealing the creature inside. Cassandra and Jake lay there, gasping for breath, the mist of Ashen Gorge swirling around them. As they hiked back to their camp in silence, Jake suddenly stopped and pointed at his arm. On his skin was a faint spiral-shaped burn, glowing faintly in the dark. From deep within the sealed cave, a faint rhythmic groan echoed through the gorge. They hadn't escaped. Not entirely. Please like, share, and subscribe.